Hello everyone, you are with the Knitting Studio in Style. Today I will show you several methods of decreasing stitches in crochet fabric. The first method is working 2 double crochets together at a common top. For the sample, I knitted a chain of 15 air stitches and also a row of double crochets. To transition to the next row, we will make 2 air stitches, lift stitches and turn the work. Now we will work 2 double crochets together at a common top, at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end of the row. What do we do? We yarn over. Insert the hook into the first stitch of the previous row, pull up the working yarn, and draw through 2 stitches on the hook. Yarn over again, insert the hook into the next stitch of the previous row, pull up the yarn, and yarn over again. We draw through 2 stitches on the hook. It's like we have not finished 2 double crochets. We have 3 stitches on the hook. Yarn over, and pull through all 3 stitches on the hook. Here we worked 2 double crochets together at a common top. This means we worked 2 double crochets into different stitches of the previous row together. If we look from above, we see 1 stitch. That is, from 2 stitches, we made 1. Thus, we narrowed our fabric. Now let's crochet regular double crochets until the middle of the row. Now we will work 2 double crochets together at a common top in the middle of the row. We do the same thing. Yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch of the previous row. Pull up the working yarn, and draw through, yarn over again, and pull through 2 stitches on the hook. Once more yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch of the previous row. We pull out the working yarn, and crochet 2 stitches on the hook. There are 3 stitches on the hook now, and 2 unfinished double crochets. We grab the working yarn. We pull it through all 3 stitches on the hook. We have crocheted 2 double crochets with a shared top. We will do the same at the end of our row too. Meanwhile, we are crocheting regular double crochets. At the end of the row, it is the same. We insert the hook into the stitch of the previous row. We crochet 2 stitches on the hook, another yarn over. We insert the hook. We pull the yarn through the last stitch of the previous row. We crochet 2 stitches on the hook. Again, we have 3 stitches and 2 unfinished double crochets. Grabbing the working yarn, we crochet all 3 stitches. We have again narrowed our fabric. This is how narrowing is done with 2 double crochets with a shared top. There are also decreases, skipping 1 double crochet from the previous row. At the end of the row, the last double crochet is simply not made. This is usually used when crocheting single crochets. Let's try it. We will make 2 chain stitches to rise. We will turn the work. In the first stitch, we will not crochet a single crochet. Instead, we will crochet a single crochet in the second stitch. Now let's make a decrease in the middle of the row too. We will simply skip 1 stitch of the previous row. I will now crochet regular single crochets. And now we skip 1 stitch of the previous row. We insert the hook into the next one, and crochet a single crochet. At the end of the row, we simply will not crochet the last stitch. We finish the row, and immediately make air loops. Let's move on to the next row. This is how decreases are made. That is, we simply skip 1 stitch from the previous row. At the end, we do not complete it. Alternatively, one can skip the second to last stitch at the end. Then we insert the hook into the last stitch of the previous row. We will work a single crochet. However, I don't really like this option because it creates gaps if the yarn is thin. They are unattractive in my opinion, but nevertheless it can be used sometimes. I unraveled our knitting, and let's look at this option now. Suppose we need to start knitting not from the last stitch in the next row, but from the fourth stitch, what do? We will make one air stitch for lifting. We can choose not to knit the lifting stitch. It depends on personal preference. We will turn our work, and now we will knit slip stitches until we reach the point where we need to start the next row. Here, we will knit half double crochets. In other words, we close our stitches by knitting slip stitches or half double crochets. After finishing the slip stitches, we make 2 air stitches for lifting and start our new row. If we need to finish this row earlier, we simply do not complete the last stitches. For example, suppose we need to finish the row here. We simply do not complete these stitches here. Instead, we make several air stitches for lifting and move on to the next row. So at the beginning of the row, we make slip stitches until we reach the point of transitioning to the next row. And at the end of the row, we simply do not finish our stitches, that's all. If you have any questions, ask in the comments. I would always be happy to answer. Subscribe, stay with us, and I will see you, my dear ones, in the next lesson. Bye bye.